Morning, great morning, folks. This is Wesley Virgin here. Welcome to another Sunday mindset message here. And listen, this is what I want all of you to do before we start this phenomenal day, before we embark on Sunday, fun day, like some of you like to call it here. And I want all of you that's listening to my voice right now in this moment to comment these words below. You have to believe it before you will receive it. All right? I want you to write and comment those words right now in the chat box below here. You have to believe it before you will receive it here. As many of you are aware, I've been manifesting my dreams for the last maybe 12 to 15 years. I'm an avid meditator, and I've manifested millions. And not just that, I've manifested a euphoric, juicy, orgasmic life. I mean, life is really, really good right now. It's been good for a very long time here. And I'm here to share this philosophy with you, because a lot of you, unfortunately, have to see it first. Okay? You have to see it. Like many of you say, well, I have to see it before I believe it. You ever heard that phrase? When people say, well, I got to see it before I can believe that. I have to see the evidence. I need to see the proof. But what you don't understand, it doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter if you are searching, looking for love, trying to reconstruct your body. Maybe you just want to be a happier person. Or maybe you just want to be stress-free. If you're unable to, listen, please. If you are unable to believe the thing that you want, which is not present yet, the thing that you want that is just not even physical yet. The thing that you want that even though you're having a tough time financially, you're having a tough time in your individual life, you're having a tough time emotionally. If you're not able to believe that the thing, the person, the experience that you desire, if you're not able to believe that even though you can't see it with your natural eyes, that it's there, that it's present, you'll never receive it. Okay? Can I get an amen? It's Sunday, so we're gonna use the word amen today. Is that okay? All praises to the Most High God is the greatest. Okay? Can I get an amen, please? Listen. You must train, and listen, I'm going to show you how, because I know some of you. Well, Wesley, how do you believe something that you can't see? How do I believe that my business is going to work out in my favor when I have bills, I have debt, nothing is working, I'm not profitable? Wesley, how do you want me to believe that I'm going to make $1 million when I'm in a third world country? How do you believe that my situation, my relationships are going to work when it's so toxic? How do you want me to believe that my situation is going to turn around when my bank balance is negative? How do you want me to believe when I've had a job for the past 10, 20 years, I'm getting older, I'm not getting any younger, I've tried everything? How can I believe something when the evidence that is taking place in my life is not revealing itself the way that I want? Well, we're going to talk about it this morning. Okay? Can I give you guys a shout out? Go ahead and comment your names here below. And if you're brand new to the Sunday mindset message here, my name is Wesley Virgin. I've been doing this for a couple of years now. And for the last decade, I've been a self-made millionaire, and I've decided to share my philosophy and go live every Sunday to give you the message for the week, to set yourself up for the week. So you can begin to understand that it's important to design the week. I want you to design the week. I want you to write these words below. I must design my week. And that's what we're going to do. And to design a week, you have to do something before the week starts. Okay? We have Nympha from the Netherlands. We have Natty Bullocks, Deetra, Princess. We have Diana. How are you, Diana? What's going on? We also have Shell. We have... Go ahead and comment your names here below, folks. Talk to me here. Listen, I want you to raise your right hand. I don't care if you're in bed right now. I know some of you still tired. Raise your right hand and say, today, this morning, I will receive a breakthrough. Come on, do it with me here. I want you to raise your right hand. I want you to touch the ceiling. I want you to reach so high until your arm is stretched. I want you to say it and claim it to yourself right now that I will, right now in this moment, receive a breakthrough in my life. Now, why is that so important? Not only is activity and action and skill or building skill is important, but you must affirm what you want. I want you to realize that every time that you come to these rants, every time that you listen to Wesley Virgin, that you must confess with your mouth what you desire from your world. You have to ask for it. Even in the Bible said, for those who ask shall receive the desires of their heart. So you have to ask. You have to open your mouth and claim the things that you want. And you must couple that with action, with risk, with sacrifice. Does that make sense? So I want everybody right now to say, I will. Not I hope. Not I want to. I will receive a breakthrough this morning. Right now. Breakthroughs happen every single day in people's lives. You don't have to wait 2 years and 3 years and 4 weeks and 5 weeks to change. You can change right now in this moment. Everything in your life can begin to shift. Your thoughts, your beliefs can shift right now. You can be you can transcend and become a very confident person right now. Mentally, you can start thinking about your life and start to perceive it more positively. Right now, you can do that. Right now, you can look at all the negatives that are taking place in your life and you can reframe them right now and see the blessings. Does that make sense? So, let's go ahead and get started here. And I'm going to begin with a story. Okay. Oh, by the way, how are you feeling this morning? You feeling good? Tell me. Tell Wes. How do you feel this morning? Okay, comment below. How does your body feel? How does your mind feel? Okay? Are you still hopeful? Have you given up? Right? Well, let me tell you, don't give up. Listen, educate yourself. Continue to educate yourself. Let me tell you why knowledge is so important before I dive into this topic tonight here, or this morning. That knowledge, you might want to write this down. Knowledge, and that's what you're receiving this morning from me. Knowledge is the precursor to experience. Okay, let me let that resonate a bit with you. Knowledge is the precursor to experience. In layman terms, the more knowledge an individual has, he or she is now equipped and ready for the experience that will take place in their life. Okay? It can be success, it can be failures, it can be issues, it can be problems, it can be wins, it can be losses. But the more knowledge that you're able to assimilate, then you're ready for the problems, the pains, the adversities. Does that make sense? So you're in the right place at the right time. I want everybody to comment these words below. I'm in the right place at the right time. Go ahead. Comment those words below, please, if you can listen, if you hear my voice. I'm in the right place at the right time. Comment those words below for me, please. I'm in the right place at the right time. So let's go back a couple of years in Mr. Virgin's life. I truly believe in being transparent with my life. You know, if I want to get you to trust me or believe me or actually take action on what I'm saying here. And I got to be kind of honest. Got to be a little vulnerable here, you know. It's okay. So let's take it back. And this is when I'm 30 years old. I know what you guys thinking. Wes, I thought you was 25. Sometime I'm 25, sometime I'm 30. You never know, right? I change all the time. So I was 30 years old. And I was staying in an apartment maybe 15 minutes away from where I live now. I was staying on the third or the second floor. It was a mid-rise. And I had just left my job. And I was making pretty good money, honestly. I was making 6 figures. But I wanted more. How many of you are in that point in your life? Like you make good money, but you want more. Comment below, I want more, Wes. I'm gonna be honest, I was making great money. 6-figure plus, man. Doing well, working remote, by the way. But I wanted more. Comment below, I want more. I want more, Wes. And let me tell you something, that's a good feeling to have. It's a great, when you say I want more in your life, I want you to understand that it's okay to want more. Because you deserve it. Okay? Everybody's worthy of more. Everybody's not going to get more, but you're worthy and you do have the capability to have more. So, I wanted more. I really did. But I didn't know how to get more. You know, for the last maybe 9 years, I wanted to be successful. I was trying to be successful. I was going to seminars. Can anybody relate? Just comment below and say, that's me, if you can relate to anything that I'm talking about. I mean, I went to every seminar on the planet. I went to every network marketing company on the planet. I was reading all the books, Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Secrets of a Millionaire. I remember reading all the books. I'm listening to the motivational videos. I'm listening to the self-development audio on a daily basis here. But I still couldn't figure it out. I couldn't understand why my company wasn't producing money. I didn't understand why I couldn't be focused. Like, how many of you kind of lack focus? I lack focus. I couldn't even focus properly here. And at the age of 30, I decided to quit my job. And I really wanted the company to work. You know, I just made a decision that I had to be all in. Now, listen. I know some of you are very afraid to be all in. I get it. I know some of you want to be comfortable at your job. You want to be comfortable in your situation. And you don't want to cause issues while you're chasing your dreams. But let me share some with you. Let me give you just the real life advice here. And this is just from the gut here. That you can't be 2 people at one time. Let me say it again. You cannot be 2 people at one time. You can't be an employee working for people and being your own boss at the same time and excel in both of those things. Let me say it again. You can't be an employee and a CEO at the same time and excel exceptionally with both of those things. It's very highly unlikely. Comment below. You got to choose one. When I say you got to choose one, you have to choose the person that you want to be. Do you want to be an employee or do you want to be a CEO? To me, both of them are difficult. Like, it's hard being an employee. Can I get an amen? It's hard working for people sometimes because they don't know what the hell they're doing, right? How many of you work for a boss that don't know what they're doing? You work for coworkers that complain, drama, customers. You just can't stand these people, right? It's tough working for people. And it's tough working for yourself. Because you have to totally be independent on yourself. You got to pay the bills. You got to pay the rent. You got to work with the employees. You got to manage the staff. You got to take care of customers. You got to take care of reviews. You got to take care of everything. It's just like, it can be very mentally draining. It's very emotional. It's a very emotional process. And at the same time, you still got to take care of your family. You got to go home, take care of the husband, it's a lot of work. All right. But it's my opinion that it's, being an employee in the long term is much more draining than being a CEO. Okay? So you got to choose one. And I decided I was going to be a CEO. I was done being a wanter, a entrepreneur, a wantrepreneur. Mark Cuban says this. He's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. He says some people are wantrepreneurs. They want to be an entrepreneur. They're half in and half out. Listen, you got to burn the boats. And that's what I did. I burned the boats to the point that I could never go back to a job another day in my life. You hear me? And I was 30 years old, have 3 children, in this little bitty small apartment. I didn't have much furniture because I had just moved from another city back to Houston, Texas. And I want you to picture this. This is Wesley Virgin at 30 years old. I had an air mattress. I had an IKEA futon. I had a TV on the wall with them little raggedy wires hanging down from the TV. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And I had a dream. And at that point in my life, even though I burned the bridges, I didn't know how I was going to do this. However, I knew I was. This is very important, folks. And I want you to write this down. That even though right now, maybe you don't know how you're going to be profitable, how you're going to make more money, how you're going to start the business, what you're going to do. But what you have to know is that you will do it. Can I get an amen, please? Honestly, you have to know deep inside your soul that you're going to do it. You just don't know how. You just got to be like, I know I'm going to do it. Listen, how many of you have children? Comment below if you have children. If you have a child that's sick, God forbid, and your child in the next 7 days is going to die if you don't give them this medication from the doctor that costs $10,000, and you have negative $100 in your bank account, are you going to allow your child to die? No. You're going to I'm going to do whatever it takes. I don't know how I'm going to get this money, but I'm going to get it. That's what everybody would say, correct? I don't know how I'm going to get the money, but I'm going to get the money because it's your child, right? It's a kid. Well, you have to have the same type of thought pattern as it relates to your dreams and your goals. You just got to I know I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation, but I know I will. Okay? Does that make sense? You just got to know it. And listen, you may have no supporting beliefs why that makes sense. Because I know some of you are struggling right now. You got some single moms in here struggling. I mean, really struggling. You got some people in here, some grown men, they're having some tough times. Can I get an amen? Be honest. You even have some relationships on here that's going through a winter right now in their life. And you also have some people, they're not doing too bad, but they want to do better. But what I want you to understand is you have to just know with no evidence. See, this is where you have to believe it to receive it. It's no evidence that you're going to make $1 million. No evidence that you're going to be profitable in your business. There's no evidence that your life is going to get better and happier. It's like no evidence. Okay? But listen. The evidence is not necessary. That's what I want you to understand. I'm talking to you as a self-made millionaire mentor. I'm talking to you from a young man that grew up in the hood. I didn't have any opportunities to be rich. I didn't know anybody that was rich. I never seen any type of wealth until my later 20s. I didn't see a ton of money. It took me a very long time to see what real money was. Okay? That I wasn't destined to be the man that I am today based off my childhood. It was regular. It was just normal. Okay? I didn't have the nice shoes. I didn't have the nice clothes. We went to Walmart and Payless. Can I get an amen? And this is a true story. I mean, Walmart and Payless. I got dogged out in school. They talked about my clothes. Thank God they had uniforms when I went to high school, because I didn't have to get teased anymore about my dress code. I made mistakes. I've lost many cars by repossession. I've been evicted. I've slept in my car. I've been in toxic relationships with women. Hello? Been there. I filed bankruptcy. I've been to jail a few times. I got kicked out of the army. Okay? I wrote bad checks at time and had to go to jail for a few days for that as well. Hello? Like that happened to me. I put myself through that in my 20s. But what I want you to understand is, despite all that, hello? Despite that stuff. See, many of you are looking at your past and trying to create your future. I could no longer look at my past. I had to choose to believe something new. Many of you are defining yourself based off the past. Let it go. As a matter of fact, just come to the word, let it go. How do I let it go, Wes? Stop thinking about it. It's over. Why are you voluntarily entertaining issues and past events that don't even matter anymore? You are depriving yourself of having the life that you desire, that you want, that you can have, that is right in front of you. Does that make sense? Stop looking behind you. Every day of your life. Listen, when I was in that little bitty apartment, I chose this. And obviously I read a book, and now maybe I give you the book at the end of this rant here. Listen, I chose every day to believe that the life that I desired to have was taking place. Like I just chose to believe that I had my car fleet. I chose to believe that I had my penthouse. I chose to believe that they had homes around the world. I chose to believe that I was traveling around the world first class. I chose to believe that I was having great, phenomenal relationships with women. I chose that people that was coming into my life were positive, happy about what I was doing. They were positive about our relationship, our situation. I was positive in thinking about business partners that I would attract in my life and people that would help me and assist me towards my dreams. I was positive in believing that customers would come into my business. They would flood into my business because I was providing value to the world. Hello? That's what I chose to do. When I had nothing in the bank account, when I was behind on my car payments, when I could barely pay the rent on time, it was a struggle every month to pay that rent. I was eating chicken breasts, beans, and spinach every day because it was cheap. I did that for a very long time. Nobody knows about that because I chose to isolate myself. And listen, I chose to isolate myself because I understood at the age of 30, I needed to develop myself more. Yeah, I made good money at my job, but I wanted to be more. And for me to be more, I had to develop myself. See, many of you want to be successful, but what you don't realize that you have to be successful first without the money. Ooh, can I get an amen? That was good. Say that again, Wes. Listen, let me say that again. I got to sit up a little bit. Let me say it again. See, all of you want to be successful, but you have to be successful before the money will ever be deposited in your bank account. You want to have a great functional relationship where you have to be the type of person that people would attract to before you will have that successful relationship. You can't have a successful relationship with another person until you have a successful relationship with yourself. You can't have people love you and want love from other people until you deeply love yourself. Does that make sense? You have to begin. And this is what I did. Honestly, I'm talking from the top of my heart here. I had to begin to restructure myself. You may say, Wes, how do you do that, Wes? How do I redevelop myself? Listen, every day. And it's tough. Come here. It's tough. Listen, some days I wanted to cry, but I didn't cry. Some days I wanted to complain, but I didn't complain. Some days I wanted to bitch and say, well, why is this? No, I couldn't do it. because I was reconstructing myself. And I understood that I had to embody this person that I wanted to be. I had to continue to believe that my life was exactly what I wanted to be, despite what's happening right in front of my eyes. All the things that were happening, all the adversities and the problems and the issues and baby mama issues and children issues and parent issues and voices, people telling me to go back to work. What are you doing? Your life could be good. Go get your job. Where's people that cared about me, loved about me, wanted me to go back to the rat race? I'm dealing with all this pressure. But listen, let me tell you something here. I began to believe. I began to believe that I was destined for more. Yeah, many of you make this very difficult as it relates to living an exceptional life. But it all starts with a belief, and a belief starts with telling yourself that I believe that I'm destined for more. I want everybody right now that's listening to my voice to write down below, I must believe that I'm destined for more. If you never believe that you're destined for more, you'll never get more. I don't care how much you work. I don't care how much you sacrifice. It doesn't matter how much you study and all the skill that you're trying to build. I get it. But if you don't believe from the deepest part of your heart or your mind and your soul that you're destined for more, that you deserve more, that you're worthy for more, you'll never have it. I was talking to my assistant yesterday. And I'm a mentor by design, right? Especially the people that's close to me that I know that want to do well. And she's doing a great job. She really is. And she's doing Forex right now. She's learning. And I'm so proud of her because she decided to leave her job months ago, She was making good money, but she decided to leave her job to go out and be an entrepreneur. She said, Wesley, I felt to the deepest part of me that I'm destined to be an entrepreneur. I'm not destined to work for people. I'm not destined to wait for a paycheck. I'm not destined to get in my car and go drive to a place that is sucking the energy out of me. And she was sharing with me about how she's listened to Forex tapes, she's listened to Forex audio, and she's just in it. She's in the Forex. And, me, I'm just a man that's a multimillionaire. And I said, well, young lady, at the same time you're absorbing all this knowledge, all this technical knowledge, all the methods and techniques to learn and master Forex, how about your mindset? How about your belief? And, she said, well, I kind of got that, and I hear young people say this all the time. They say, well, I got the mindset. And I'm going to say, what I wanted to tell her, because I think we had to cut, I can't remember, we didn't finish this conversation, but what I wanted to tell her is that you don't have the mindset yet. Not yet. If you had the mindset and if you had the belief that you really could do it, you wouldn't stress too much. Because obviously when people are doing something new, they're stressing out. Because in Forex, you can lose money, you make money, and money is going out, meaning not coming in. So you get worried, you get overly emotional. And I wanted to tell us that mindset is everything. Your mindset, like how you think about it, your belief structure about what you're trying to do. It doesn't matter how much you study Forex and work in Forex and watch every video, every course about Forex. If you don't believe that you can be profitable, if you don't believe that you can master this, a belief. You can understand, a belief is very different than the technical know-how, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I'll do a video on that. The belief that you can do something is very difficult from the technical know-how. Listen, I have videos on the internet right now that teach people how to make millions of dollars for free. Right now, on the internet. I have videos on the internet that teach people like yourself how to make millions of dollars on the internet. That's a video that gives you the steps. And I've had millions of people watch those videos. But how many people do you think are making millions of dollars? I mean, the video was very simple. It's in layman's terms. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Simple process. But why aren't everybody millionaires that listen to that video? For one reason only. They don't believe it. They watch it one time, they apply it, they be like, man, it's not working. And they give up. Or they try it for a couple of months and be like, man, it's not working. And they give up. That's mindset. That's your belief. See, a person would never give up if they truly believe that they're going to do it. They're not going to give up. Like, if your child was sick and you needed $10,000 for your child not to die, and if you try for 6 days, you're like, you know what, man, I tried everything. I'm just going to let them die. No, you just never give up. You would just have this belief that you will. Does that make sense? See, people that has the mindset or the belief that they will do what they want to do, even though they don't know how to do, they don't need any distinctions or any evidence that it will happen. They're the people, listen, they're the people I call the until people. You know what an until person is? People say, I'm going to do this until. When I was in that little bitty apartment, when you would walk into my little bitty apartment, I had images on my wall. I suggest you do the same thing. I have visions and pictures of vacation spots. I had pictures of cars that I will own. I had my goals, things I would buy my parents a car. I would buy the mother of my child a car. I would travel them around the world. I would vacation them. These were images and goals that were all around my house. I had that on walls. I didn't have any white walls because I had pieces and sheets of paper posted and stapled on my wall. Because I said I'm going to do it until it happens. I'm going to work until it happens. I'm going to believe in myself until my belief becomes physical. I'm going to read books until it happens. I'm going to work and build my dream and take action on my goals until. I'm going to go to seminars until. My question to you, are you an until person? I don't care what happens. Listen, during that time, oh God, I went through it. Oh, in my 30s, I went through it because I made so many mistakes in my 20s. I had to fix and I had to clean up all the mistakes in my past. How many of you are right there right now? It's like when you're trying to move forward and it's like someone pushes you back. You take one step, someone pushes you back 2 steps. Well, that was Wesley Virgin in his early 30s. I'm trying to move forward, but something in my past came up that I had to deal with it. And I felt that I was taking a step back. But I want you to understand, you're not taking a step back. It only feels that way. It only feels, listen, it only feels that you're going backwards. If you're trying to move forward and then you have a complication or an issue or a problem, it doesn't mean that you're being derailed. You see why mindset is so important? See, many of you feel that you're being derailed. You feel that someone's trying to block your success. Someone's trying to slow you down, right? And you use this type of language. But if you had the belief, you'll know that everything is working towards your good. Everything that you're walking towards, which is intentional, has to happen. It's necessary, folks. Like the problems, the adversities that you're experiencing, that is necessary for progress. I've said this so many times. And many of you deeply, you already know this. You know that the problems and the issues that you feel that you can't stand, that you can't handle, it's necessary for progress. The people that can withstand the stress of life, the people that can withstand the pressures of life, the iniquities, the adversities, the problems, the pains, the depression, the people that can withstand that stuff get rich. They get what they want. They have a better life than other people. Does that make sense? Write these words below, please. You must believe it before you will receive it. As a matter of fact, I say, I must believe it. Make it personal, big head. I'm talking to you. Make it personal. I must believe it. I must believe I can come out of my situation. I must believe I can fix my relationship. I must believe that I can love myself. I must believe that I'm destined for more. I must believe I can be wealthy, even though no one in my family is wealthy. I must believe I can be a multimillionaire. I believe that I can do what I want. I believe that I can start a business. I can be an entrepreneur. I can be the best artist on the planet. I can get that Grammy Award. I can be a trendsetter in my industry. I can do that. I must believe it before I will ever receive it. If you want to receive all these great things on the planet here, which we live in an abundant universe, young people, I wish you will open your eyes. You live in abundance. There's so much money, so much opportunity, so much positivity and happiness on the planet. But many of you choose misery. You choose that shit. You just choose to be miserable. You choose to be stressed out. You choose to be in pain. You choose to cry. You choose to whine and complain and bitch about your life. Why you don't understand that you live the blessed life? We have every day, we have the opportunity, we have the power to just say, thank God that I'm living a blessed life. Thank God I'm still here. Thank God that the business may not be happening the way that I want it to happen, but I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm not under the bridge. I'm not looking for my next meal. I'm not in some ditch or in some halfway house or in some place that I don't want to be. Does that make sense? Comment these words below. I must, and I want to ram this deeply inside of you. Listen, I must believe it before I receive it. Wesley, how do you believe it, man? You still haven't told us. How do you believe it? How do I believe it? The first step, you have to begin to use your greatest power. You have to begin to use your greatest power, which is your words. Okay? Whatever you want to believe, you have to begin to say that you believe it. Now, I know that sounds so trivial. Oh, come on, Wes, that's it? That's it? That's all you gotta do? You're telling me if I just say every day, I'm gonna believe that my life is better, I believe that it's getting better? Listen, no, this is what I want you to do. Say, I believe that my life is better. I believe that I am a million. I believe that I am loving. I believe that everything I want or everything I touch turns to gold. I believe that I'm successful now. I believe that I'm confident now. Does that make sense? That's what I want you to do. Thanks for the follows, by the way. That's what I want you to do. And I know it sounds so simple. You know what? It took me a very long time to learn. That some of the greatest things in life, the greatest achievements that you see people achieve in life, comes from the very simple thing, like simple stuff like just believing. Just believing that you're going to do it. Just saying it over and over again. Like, how much work does it take for you to say exactly who you want to be? It's no effort at all. Quite recently, I'm hitting a goal rate. I'm making a lot of money, right? I'm gonna tell you how much money I'm making too. And I'm not meaning to brag and boast. I just want to share the story. 3 years ago, I had a goal to make $100,000 a day. 100,000 a day, like every day. My first goal was $5,000, $10,000, whatever. And I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna do 100,000. Like, at first, I couldn't even conceive making $100,000 a day. I'm like, man, I'm gonna make $100,000 a day. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna make $100,000 a day. And I said it every day. Like, I would say, I'm making $100,000 a day. Honestly, and many of you have seen this journey. And I said this for years. I said, I'm making $100,000. I'm making $100,000 a day. $100,000 a day. I even got a nice little necklace that said $100,000 a day. My license plate says $100,000 a day. Even this young lady I was dating, she bought me this beautiful little plaque that says $100,000 a day. Yeah, so it was just in my mind. I was just thinking about it all the time. And quite recently, and how about I show you? Can I show you? Now listen, if I show you this, I'm not bragging. I just want you to know that when I say it, because you asking me, how do you believe something? And this is what I did. And let me be honest with you. I didn't know how I was going to make 100. I had no clue. I didn't know which company that was going to make this money. I didn't know how I was going to make $100,000 a day. At that time, I couldn't even conceive $100,000 a day because that's $3 million a month. Like, how am I going to make $3 million? I don't know. And the most I was doing was $400,000 to $500,000 a month. I'm like, how am I going to do $3 million? I don't know. I just didn't know. But what I did know, this is what I want you to catch. What I did know, that it was going to happen. I didn't know how it was going to happen. And I had people that around me that supported me. The young lady I was talking to, she supported me. She believed in me. She believed in all my little crazy dreams. That's what I loved her, because she just believed in all my crazy dreams. I love a woman. Man, get you a woman that believes in your crazy dreams. That's important. Yeah, you want her to be cute, sexy, nice, but make sure she believed in your crazy dreams. Make sure she don't say, you're not going to do that. You crazy. What you talking about? No, you want a woman to say, you got this. You going to do it? Of course you will. You want her to believe in your craziness. That's how my mama was. She believed in all my crazy dreams. And all my crazy dreams are coming true. Let me show you something here. Hold on. And like I said again, I'm not showing this to brag and boast. I just want you to see what's happening based off of belief that I instilled in my mind 3 years ago. Okay? And I want you to see the income here. And this is live. This is live income that's taking place right now in one of my companies here. Okay? You want to see? You ready? You ready? What does that say? And that's today, right? Today, it's $98,000. Yesterday, we hit $161,000. Listen, all I asked for was $100,000 a day. You know? But it did say in the Bible that your cup will run over, surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. That scripture is real. My cup is flowing over right now. I'm thankful. But see, I was thankful 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when I was building the belief, when I was stating that I'm making this money, I'm doing it. I have a screenshot. Listen, I have a screenshot on my phone that's been on my screenshot, my screensaver for the past 3 years. It says that I'm so grateful now that I earn $3 million per month. I'm so grateful now that I earn $3 million per month. Whoa, hold on. I think we're making a little bit more. That's $161,000 yesterday. That's $100,000. Look here, young man. It's only 11:19 a.m. My cup is flowing. Is about to overflow. Are we gonna hit 200? Because the crazy thing about this is, dang, this is crazy. Listen up. Less than a year and a half ago, I raised that goal to $300,000 per day. It's on my mirror right now. If you go in my bathroom, I have my maid wrote on that mirror about a year and a half ago. She says, I'm so grateful now that I make $300,000 a day. And look at this. Look what's happening here. Let's do a refresh. Hold on. Let's do a refresh. Okay. Let's see. Look at that. Oh, that's $99,000. We're about to be at $100,000. It's only 11 o'clock. Listen, I only show that to you not to impress you, but to impress upon you that the belief is more important than the skill. I'm not saying that the skill is not important, but it's more important. It's more important to know where you're going than what it's going to take you to get there. Does that make sense? Okay? Because if you don't know where you're going, like say if I'm going to go to another country and if I don't know what the destination is, it doesn't matter if I take a plane, a car, a bike, some roller skates. Because you'll be moving in a direction, but you have no clue on where you're going. And a lot of you, because of preconditioning, believe that you have to work on the how, that you got to see it. Well, I got to see it first. Before I can continue to do this, I got to see money. If I don't see any money in the next month, I'm quitting. Well, I'm going to the gym, but if I don't lose any weight in the next week, I'm not doing that thing anymore. I'm in this relationship, but as soon as I see one negative issue, I'm out of there. You got to believe it before you see it, before you can receive it, which means that you have to begin to believe exactly what you want. Uh-oh. Hello? Write that down again. You have to believe exactly what you want now. Like right now, you have to believe it. And it takes time to believe it. It took me about a year to really believe that I can bring in $100,000 a day. About a year. Saying it every day. Putting it all around my house. 100,000 a day. 100,000 a day. I'm making 100,000. I'm making 100,000 a day. 100,000 a day. Like everywhere. I just consumed it. Why? Because what you think about most is what you get. It's just how it works. It's that simple. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't know when it was going to happen. But I just knew it was. Right? It could have been $1 million a day. I know some people, well, why didn't you say $1 million a day? Well, because I said 100,000 a day. But right now it's at $300,000 a day. We'll be at $300,000 a day this week. And I'm going to show you. Just follow me on Instagram. And remember, I'm not bragging. I'm just showing you the powers of the mind, the powers of belief. I want you to realize that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, the reason why they play so hard, yes, they practice, but they have to have a core belief and this process of mental rehearsal that they're going to do well before they even did anything. LeBron James had to see championships before he won a championship. Michael Jordan, LeBron, Messi, whatever, they had to see the MVPs before they became an MVP. Messi, he just moved to Miami. He had to see the championship for Miami before he started to play for Miami. I'm pretty sure that Lionel Messi had a belief before he even joined the team that any team that man played for, he will win. He knew it. He knew it before he was signed. That's why they paid him $1 billion, because of his belief, not just because of his skill, his belief. And his belief is commensurate to his outcome. They know with him, he's going to get the outcome. They're confident in his confidence. Does that make sense? I love you. If you got any value here today, comment below. I got value. Let me know what you learned. I want you to begin this week just to believe what you want. I want everybody to get a goal. And I want everybody to comment the goal below. As a matter of fact, even when I go off live, I want you to come back to this video and comment your goal. Just whatever your goal is, whatever you want to believe. And whenever that belief is, I want you to write it down. I want you to go to your computer. I want you to print it out. Just do exactly what Wesley Virgin did when he was broke. Okay? I want you to write it down. And people are going to think you silly. They're going to think you crazy when they come to your place in your house, but who cares? Whatever that goal, it could be 10K a day, 10K a month. I want you to put that everywhere around your house. I'm so grateful now that I'm making 10K a month. I want you to put it in your door, your front door, your refrigerator, your children's rooms, your children's bathroom, your window. I want you to see it everywhere, even at your place, at your job, at your work, your screensaver for your phone, your screensaver for your laptop. I want you to put it everywhere that you gotta see it hundreds and hundreds of times a day. I want that dream and I want that affirmation to be so embedded in the unconscious part of your mind that in the next 3-6 months you come back to this video and say, Wesley, it's real. Wesley, thank you. Wesley, you changed my life. Wesley, it really worked. Wesley, I don't know how this worked, but all of a sudden my situation started to change. It started to get better. I want everybody right now under the sound of my voice to begin to do that today now. As soon as I end this video, I want you to have one goal and one goal only. And I want you to write that goal everywhere. I want you to print it out. I want you to put it in every room in your home. I want you to put it everywhere on your screensaver. I want you to put a calendar invite for yourself every day at a certain time that you get a reminder that reminds you of your goal. I've been doing this for years. You don't believe me? I wish I can show you right now, but I can't. But I have a reminder that I've gotten for the past 3 years at 12 o'clock. You know what that reminder says? I'm so grateful now that I made $3 million per month. I'm so grateful now that I made $3 million per month. I saw that for the past 3 years. That's more than 1,000 times plus seeing that. I'm so grateful now that I made $3 million. It was so embedded in my mind. So what's happening today, it's not a shocker for me. It was predestined. This is what I want you to do, and I want you to make me a promise. If all of you believe, if all of you is going to choose to trust me, just trust me on this one time. Please, just trust me this individual moment here. I truly believe that everything in life happens for a reason. It's a reason why you're here with me right now listening to this video here. I'm going to go off live. And all I want you to do is come back to this live. I'm going to post it for you to listen to again. And all I want you to do, I want you to post your goal, whatever that goal is. And I want you to write below under the video, when you come back to the video in 5 seconds, once I post it, I'm so grateful now, whatever the goal, whatever the dream is. It can be anything. It could be about your love life. It could be about your money, your body, whatever you, your spirituality, whatever you want. I want you to write, I'm so grateful now, but I want you to be very specific. Don't say, I'm so grateful now I'm financially independent. Don't say, I'm so grateful now that I'm successful. I want something that is actually something that you can actually materialize. Something that you can actually see that if it happens, you'll see the progress. Is that cool? Can you get an amen? I want everybody to do that. I'm going to post this video. I want you to come back, do 2 things. I want you to post your goal, and I want you to tell me what you're going to do this week as it relates to your belief. Can you do that? Just 2 things. I truly believe in life you got to be coachable. Coachable. I'm your multimillionaire mentor. Be coachable. Just do it. Okay? You can be skeptical. That's okay. It still works for skeptical people. All you have to do is just do it. I want you to come back to this video in the next 5 seconds. I want you to comment. You comment below. I'm so grateful now, whatever the goal is. And I want you to tell me what you got from this audio here. And I'm going to leave a comment. I love you so much. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin. Much love, and let's go.